I've been playing in my Minecraft hardcore world for almost 2 years. However, I understand that people struggle to keep a Minecraft world for more than a couple of weeks. So today I'm going to show you some ways in which you can create the best Minecraft world possible and how you can stay motivated in the long term. The first thing I recommend is playing Minecraft by your own rules. If you die a ton in Minecraft, but keep inventory on. If you hate totems, don't use totems. I've survived over 1,500 days in my Minecraft hardcore world without totems. What's stopping you? Maybe it's the fact that you don't like hardcore Minecraft. In that case, don't play it. Minecraft is a sandbox game after all. You should decide your rules. Hate playing vanilla Minecraft? Try modded. Once you play by your own set of rules, Minecraft becomes infinitely more fun. Now that you've got your own set of rules to play by, set yourself goals. For example, you could beat the Ender Dragon with a stupid item such as a netherite hoe, which is what I did. Thinking back to it, I don't know why I did that. It was pretty stupid. Maybe you don't want to rush into the late game of Minecraft. In that case, why don't you take it slower and do a building project? For example, I built this entire village in 1 week. But maybe building's not your style. Why not use your brand new Minecraft world to teach yourself some new skills on how to play the game? For example, you could set yourself up an elytra flying course, or you could learn how to do redstone. I should probably try that, I'm awful at it. Why not try and plant crop fields for all the crops in the game? That's what I did, and now I've got one of my favourite parts of the world to look at. Why not play Minecraft differently? For example, you don't have to use villagers to get enchantments. Now yes, mending is most easily obtained from villagers, but why not try and get it in different ways like fishing or end cities? Most of my tools are created with the help of enchantment tables more than villagers, but maybe you shouldn't use mending at all, which gives you a reason to retire your tools and create new ones in the future. But if you do set up a trading hall, why not try it with different types of villagers? For example, I use stonemasons and toolsmiths rather than the standard librarians. While some of Minecraft's terrain is beautiful, there may be parts of it that don't fit into your world. In which case, why don't you create your own? Which is what I'm doing right now. And hey, it may not look great, but that doesn't stop you from trying again in the future. Although it lacks detail, I'm quite happy with this. Next, why don't you try documenting what you do in your world? That's what I've been doing over the last 22 episodes of this series. But if making YouTube videos isn't for you, why not try documenting in different ways, such as writing it down in books or taking Minecraft screenshots. Also, create constant backups of your world, 1 for if it corrupts, and 2 so you can go back and look at what your builds looked like in the past. Next, take inspiration for things you see. For example, I was watching a YouTube video by Flip where he created an industrial district inside of his hardcore world, which gave me the inspiration to create my own one. So if you see any YouTube video that inspires you from YouTubers such as Grian, Mumbo Jumbo, or even Harrydallama, why not sort of copy what they are doing? However, do it in a different way so it's not an exact rip-off. Speaking of Harrydallama, did you know I'm Harrydallama? Did you know I'm on 5,000 subscribers? And did you know I want to see how many subscribers I can be on by the end of the year? So hit that subscribe button. But you don't have to just take inspiration from different YouTube videos you've seen. You could take examples from things you've seen in real life. For example, I recently went to Devon and saw this really cool tower. So why not try to create real life builds in Minecraft? And just remember, the builds you create do not have to be perfect. And you know what? This build sort of ties into my next point. In your world, try to tell a story. Now, it doesn't have to be a massive story full of wars and ancient civilizations. It could be something as simple as old towers, as if that's where a castle used to stand. Or a giant ancient stone tree in the middle of a custom forest. But once again, this one ties into my next point. Mark down milestones. For example, this tower here was dedicated to reaching 2,000 subscribers. This stone tree was for 3,000 subscribers. This copper tower was for 1 year inside my world. This llama was for 3 years of my YouTube channel. This iron golem was for 4,000 subscribers. And this axolotl here was for 5,000 subscribers and 1,500 days, which was only reached a couple of days ago. Similar to setting goals, I recommend setting challenges. For example, I had the goal of planting 1 tree for every brand new subscriber, which led to me creating a giant custom forest. And more recently, I would plant a beetroot for every brand new subscriber. Yeah, you guys are insane. Thanks for all the support. Oh, there's one missing there though. Do not let burnout make you quit your Minecraft world. Instead, if you're bored of working in your current area, why not fly somewhere different? I was bored of my area and now I've created a beetroot village. Or maybe just take a break from Minecraft for a couple of days. No one's forcing you to play every single day. One of the best ways to have an amazing and long-lasting Minecraft world is to connect all your builds up with paths. Paths help to create a connection to all of your Minecraft builds so they don't look out of place and stand alone. For example, I've got a coarse dirt path going all the way from the windmill up at the top here, and it goes all along here, over a bridge, across to this area, and then there's another bridge over here to take it to another village. Now, you don't have to be as insane as me to have placed over 31,000 blocks of coarse dirt, but you could use something simpler like dirt path, as these paths help so much to connect the rest of your world up. And this next point relates to paths. Stop using the elytra. Now, I'm not saying stop using it full stop, as that would be crazy. I rely on my elytra so much inside of my hardcore world. But I do think that there are other types of transport that you should be using, such as horses. Now, I know that everyone doesn't have the perfect horse inside of their Minecraft world, but what's stopping you from finding or breeding the perfect one? And hey, that's another idea you could try in your world. Try and get the perfect horse. But maybe you already have the perfect horse, in which case leave a comment down below giving name suggestions for this horse. Another challenge you could try to make your Minecraft world the best is completing every single advancement. Now, I know I'm missing a couple, but I've completed almost every single advancement inside of my hardcore world. And 1, it turned into a good video, and 2, it was an incredibly fun challenge to attempt. Another thing I would recommend is using signs to mark what you've built in your world. For example, this tower I built here, I put a sign down on the date that I made it, the 27th of April. Is there anything significant about that day? No, but it's quite cool to look back at, as that's now almost a year old. Which is another reason why taking screenshots or making YouTube videos about your world is a great idea. Now, another great idea is adding small details across your world. Now, I have big builds all over the place, but some of my favourite parts of this world are still the smaller detailed areas, such as this broken down castle wall right here, or this mini forest full of castle ruins. You could try tying in Minecraft events to the story of your world. For example, during a lightning storm, lightning struck my barn, and maybe it's because I've been too lazy to fix it, but it also burnt down. So I think it's quite nice, and it tells the story that this barn was set on fire once, and isn't used anymore. Well, except from this one llama here. Also, I'm a massive fan of this area of the world, which once again ties into my next point. Not every area needs a massive build. Now yes, I'm a big fan of the giant village I have created, but I think adding some bits of nature into the world does really help. Next up, I'd also recommend trying to get all of the invaders off of your Minecraft worlds. Stupid pillagers. Now next, I'd recommend getting some friends in your world. And if you don't have any real friends, you could try just getting some pets in your world. It could be anything from a dog to a horse to even a warden. That would be quite cool. I'm still not going to try it though. Something else I'd recommend is not rushing, as you sort of lose the early game experience of Minecraft as soon as you get diamond or netherite armor. And when you have a big world, it can definitely be difficult to recreate the early game feel. Speaking of early game, keep old and cool items. For example, in my starter house, I have my first set of iron armor, my first jukebox, my first pair of shears, my first pair of flint and steel, my first shield, and in a hole, in a mountain, I have my first chest with all of my first items, including the first tools ever made inside of this world. Now, you definitely don't have to go as overboard as I have done, but even just keeping your first wooden pickaxe helps to give your world a nostalgic feel. Speaking of nostalgia, when I spawned into my Minecraft world, I found not 1, but 2 villagers. One thing I'd recommend trying is updating old structures, as having a plains village right next to an industrial district wouldn't make too much sense. And don't worry, I will upgrade it at some point. Now next, do not keep all of your Minecraft farms in one place. Although having an industrial district inside of your world would be quite cool, having one place for all of your farms doesn't help to tell a story. Which is why I have my moss farm here, whilst I have a pumpkin and sugarcane farm over here. Unless you're trying to build mega structures, I wouldn't recommend actually having a farm for every single item. Now, one reason why I love my Minecraft world so much is because not having a farm for everything means I have to do certain tasks, like chopping down trees or mining for certain resources, like andesite. I always need andesite. But of course, I would recommend having farms for essential items such as fireworks, iron, and food. I'd also recommend to add random builds into different areas to help tell a bigger story. For example, I just have this random village by a beach. But if you've watched this and are still bored of your world, maybe travel through the nether, set up a portal, and start a brand new area. On the same world though, as you can always return to your builds in the future. But I do hope one of these ideas has helped you to create the best world possible. Now don't mind me, as I need to go into the nether to start a brand new adventure.